People in their handlings of affairs often fail when they are about to succeed. If one remains as careful at the end as he was at the beginning, there will be no failure. Lao Tzu. Shallow men believe in luck. Strong men believe in cause and effect. Ralph Waldo Emerson. He who can, does. He who cannot, teaches. George Bernard Shaw. Sometimes when you innovate, you make mistakes. It is best to admit them quickly, and get on with improving your other innovations. Steve Jobs. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Benjamin Franklin. If you obey all the rules, you miss all the fun. Katharine Hepburn. Never tell people how to do things. Tell them what to do and they will surprise you with their ingenuity. George S. Patton. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. Albert Einstein. If you owe the bank $100, that's your problem. If you owe the bank $100 million, that's the bank's problem. J. Paul Getty. Most of what we call management consists of making it difficult for people to get their work done. Peter Drucker. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. Dale Carnegie. I have not failed. I've just found 10.000 ways that won't work. Thomas Edison. One secret of success in life is for a man to be ready for his opportunity when it comes. Benjamin Disraeli. My favorite things in life don't cost any money. It's really clear that the most precious resource we all have is time. Steve Jobs. If there is any one secret of success, it lies in the ability to get the other person's point of view and see things from that person's angle as well as from your own. Henry Ford. Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. Mark Twain. Money is better than poverty, if only for financial reasons. Woody Allen. A banker is a fellow who lends you his umbrella when the sun is shining, but wants it back the minute it begins to rain. Mark Twain. If A is success in life, then A equals X plus Y plus Z. Work is X, Y is play, and Z is keeping your mouth shut. Albert Einstein. To lead people, walk behind them. Lao Tzu. The secret of change is to focus all your energy not on fighting the old but on building the new. Socrates. I am looking for a lot of men who have an infinite capacity to not know what can't be done. Henry Ford. Microsoft has had clear competitors in the past. It's a good thing we have museums to document that. Bill Gates. Many a small thing has been made large by the right kind of advertising. Mark Twain. A friendship founded on business is better than a business founded on friendship. John Rockefeller. Time is the friend of the wonderful company, the enemy of the mediocre. Warren Buffett. Some people think luxury is the opposite of poverty. It is not. It is the opposite of vulgarity. Coco Chanel. Genius is 1% inspiration, and 99% perspiration. Thomas Edison. Success is a science. If you have the conditions, you get the result. Oscar Wilde. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Confucius. When one door of happiness closes, another opens, but often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one which has been opened for us. Helen Keller. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Peter Drucker. Success is 99% failure. Soichiro Honda. I choose a lazy person to do a hard job. Because a lazy person will find an easy way to do it. Bill Gates. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. Jim Rohn. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1, Warren Buffett. Before anything else, preparation is the key to success. Alexander Graham Bell. If you would like to know the value of money, try to borrow some. Benjamin Franklin. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do. Pele. That's been one of my mantras, focus and simplicity. Simple can be harder than complex, you have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. But it's worth it in the end because once you get there, you can move mountains. Steve Jobs. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. Warren Buffett. No institution can possibly survive if it needs geniuses or supermen to manage it. It must be organized in such a way as to be able to get along under a leadership composed of average human beings. Peter Drucker. All our dreams can come true, if we have the courage to pursue them. Walt Disney. Great things in business are never done by one person. They're done by a team of people. Steve Jobs. Management is doing things right, leadership is doing the right things. Peter Drucker. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. Albert Schweitzer. If you are not willing to risk the usual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. Jim Rohn. Whenever you see a successful business, someone once made a courageous decision. Peter Drucker. Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. Benjamin Franklin. Great works are performed not by strength, but by perseverance. Samuel Johnson. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Albert Einstein. When you want to build a ship, do not begin by gathering wood, cutting boards, and distributing work, but rather awaken within men the desire for the vast and endless sea. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. The best things in life are free. The second best are very expensive. Coco Chanel. A wise person should have money in their head, but not in their heart. Jonathan Swift. Work saves us from three great evils: boredom, vice and need. Voltaire. Money is like a sixth sense without which you cannot make a complete use of the other five. Somerset Maugham. Quality means doing it right when no one is looking. Henry Ford. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Jim Rohn. My powers are ordinary. Only my application brings me success. Isaac Newton. Business has only two functions: marketing and innovation. Milan Kundera. The man with a new idea is a crank until the idea succeeds. Mark Twain. The entrepreneur always searches for change, responds to it, and exploits it as an opportunity. Peter Drucker. To rule is easy, to govern difficult. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Success is a lousy teacher. It seduces smart people into thinking they can't lose. Bill Gates. Nothing is particularly hard if you break it down into small jobs. Henry Ford. The difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything. Warren Buffett. It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. Warren Buffett. Riches do not consist in the possession of treasures, but in the use made of them. Napoleon Bonaparte. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Albert Einstein. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. Stephen Covey. An investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. Benjamin Franklin. Surround yourself with only people who are going to lift you higher. Oprah Winfrey. Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning. Bill Gates. One always has time enough, if one will apply it well. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. The man who dies thus rich dies disgraced. Andrew Carnegie. Wealth is like sea water, the more we drink, the thirstier we become. Arthur Schopenhauer. Be nice to nerds. Chances are you'll end up working for one. Bill Gates. Obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off your goal. Henry Ford. A business that makes nothing but money is a poor business. Henry Ford. If you really want to do something, you will find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. Jim Rohn. Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. Henry Ford. Wealth, like happiness, is never attained when sought after directly. It comes as a byproduct of providing a useful service. Henry Ford. Success is a consequence and must not be a goal. Gustave Flaubert. When I was young I thought that money was the most important thing in life, now that I am old I know that it is. Oscar Wilde. The secret of business is to know something that nobody else knows. Aristotle Onassis. Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. Dale Carnegie. Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. Dale Carnegie. One of the symptoms of approaching nervous breakdown is the belief that one's work is terribly important. Bertrand Russell. A man who wants to lead the orchestra must turn his back on the crowd. Max Lucado. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. Herman Melville. Success is doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. Jim Rohn. There's a way to do it better, find it. Thomas Edison. The value of an idea lies in the using of it. Thomas Edison. Predicting rain doesn't count. Building arcs does. Warren Buffett. I find that the harder I work, the more luck I seem to have. Thomas Jefferson. Wall Street is the only place that people ride to in a Rolls-Royce to get advice from those who take the subway. Warren Buffett. There are people who have money and people who are rich. Coco Chanel. Success is not in what you have, but who you are. Bo Bennett. If you buy things you do not need, soon you will have to sell things you need. Warren Buffett.